The 2016 Suzuki Bandit 1250S. Launched in the late 1980s, the Bandit series earned a reputation early on as a hooligan bike. More recently, however, the series has taken on a more respectable look and feel that brings it in line with sport tourers and street bikes. Reintroduced for 2016, the Bandit GSF1250S from Suzuki has a new sculpted half fairing, denoted by the S in the model number, that envelopes the radiator shrouds. A vent in front below the headlight smooths airflow over and around the rider and passenger for less wind buffeting and noise, affording you a ride with refined styling and attention to comfort. Continue reading for my review of the 2016 Suzuki Bandit 1250S. Design. A mix of old and new on the instrument cluster combines an analog tack with an LCD panel that displays a digital speedometer and odometer as well as dual trip meters, clock and fuel gauge. I always appreciate when I see manufacturers acknowledging the diversity of their customers by offering adjustable seat heights. On the Bandit 1250S, you have 0.78 inch to play with, and even though the lowest height is too tall for us short folks, at least it's a start that we have any adjustment at all. Chassis. While the frame geometry and design is not particularly noteworthy, it does the job and provides nearly effortless handling at all speeds. A sophisticated ABS system monitors wheel speed via inconspicuous sensors on each of the 17-inch wheels, and it intervenes to minimize wheel slippage and prevent loss of traction. Dual, 4-piston brake calipers bind the 310 mm front brake discs, and a single pot caliper binds the 240 mm rear disc to provide the braking power for you and the ABS to work with. Front suspension design makes use of the traditional, non-adjustable, non-inverted hydraulic forks that are adequate, but lack some of the features one might expect on a bike this sporty. The rear monoshock does, however, come with adjustable settings for rebound damping and preload, and it is tucked away out of sight leaving an unimpeded view of the rear wheel and a clean rear end. Drivetrain. Driving the rather vanilla chassis is a 1255cc engine that is replete with cool design features. Sporting an absolute alphabet soup of proprietary Suzuki subsystems, the engine is definitely the star of this show. The fuel-injected, DOHC mill produces 97 horsepower at 7,500 revolutions per minute and 80 pound-feet of torque at 3,700 revolutions per minute, which according to one unofficial source is enough to turn in an 11.04-second quarter-mile time at 118.98 miles per hour, not too shabby. The fuel-injected, DOHC mill produces 97 horsepower at 7,500 revolutions per minute and 80 pound-feet of torque at 3,700 revolutions per minute, which according to one unofficial source is enough to turn in an 11.04-second quarter-mile time at 118.98 miles per hour, not too shabby. Now for some soup. Suzuki coated the rings with chrome nitride compound through the use of its physical vapor deposition (PVD) system in order to minimize losses due to ring-to-cylinder friction and blowby. These virtues are enhanced by the Suzuki Composite Electrochemical Material (SCEM) used to coat the aluminum cylinder bores, which aids in cooling and allows for tighter piston-to-cylinder tolerances. Induction control duties fall to the 36 mm throttle bodies and the Suzuki Dual Throttle Valve (SDTV) system. The Engine Control Module (ECM) processes input from various sensors, and it intervenes through the throttle control to preserve engine efficiency and emissions while delivering a smooth throttle response. An automatic idle speed control (ISC) keeps the engine smooth at idle and aids with cold starts. Suzuki's pulsed air pair system injects filtered air into the exhaust stream to burn off excess free hydrocarbons, and a catalyst in the exhaust system burns off whatever is left, to meet current emission standards. The liquid cooling system pulls double duty. Not only does it draw waste heat off through the engine water jacket, but it also cools the oil through a liquid heat exchanger similar to the type used on the GSX-R750. I personally like this type of system over the usual cooling by association style, and find the extra protection for the oil comforting. Pricing. Price on the Bandit 1250S starts at $9,899. You have your choice of candy daring red or glass sparkle black with a 12-month unlimited mileage limited warranty," he said. My husband and fellow writer, T.J. Hinton, says, "Not too bad for this price. While there are some glaring holes in the chassis subsystems, the engine almost makes up for it. With a $9,899 sticker, it's hard to bust on it too hard because it does put a lot of nice features within reach of buyers on a budget," she said. "Overall, I want to say this is a yawner, but really, if you compare it to Yamaha's FZ1 as I've seen some folks do, you can't ignore the torque on the Bandit. You just can't compare the FZ1's 67 pound-feet at 9,350 revolutions per minute to the Bandit's 80 pound-feet at 3,750 revolutions per minute. If I can get that much torque without having to wind this baby up, why isn't that a good thing?" Specifications.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.